A lot of people are asking me if the press release is dead. And the answer is, it's not necessarily dead. It's that more people are scrutinizing the press release function more than they ever did. And I think that's because a lot of clients, at least that we've worked with in the past, they really counted on press releases to deliver SEO value. That was the main metric. But because the SEO value behind the press release isn't as strong as maybe it used to be, there's just more scrutiny now around whether it's worth it to invest, say, anywhere from $800 to $2,000 into a press release to go over a wire service like a PR Newswire or a Business Wire, where those websites will essentially distribute the release to publications around the world for them to automatically post it to their website. So today, those who value the press release are typically companies that have stakeholders like investors who really value the image and the branding of a company, right? So when a company puts out a press release, say on their website, if their website is good but not great, and maybe it doesn't look as polished as it would on a wire services page, then the investor might really care about that. And those companies are very cognizant of how they look to not only the public they're looking to reach, but the investors as well. So if that's your perspective on press releases, and I think the investment is worth it. But the caveat is that you have to put the time into not only crafting a release that's well written and that you think is going to resonate with your public, your investors, your employees, etc., but you also have to make sure that your press release meets the AI filter check, because more and more journalists are reviewing press releases to see if they have keywords, phrases, terminology that sounds like AI, because then they feel that if it wasn't written by a human, the information may or may not be accurate. It may not convey the same emotion that they feel their readership really values. And so it's totally fine, in my opinion, to use AI to give you a head start on drafting a press release. You just have to make sure you review it, maybe put it through a filter check of your own. There are a bunch of tools out there that you can use to make sure that the press release reads like a human wrote it, and that the actual phraseology, terminology, words, etc., are not common words that are used by AI that would automatically tip off a journalist. I can't tell you how many times I've seen companies across the spaces that we work with putting out content like blog posts, white papers, case studies that have AI content in them that's very transparently AI. So think M dashes or rationale in the copy that's like, it's not this, it's that. And so if you're already not taking the time to fix content like that to remove the AI formatting, then you have to be very careful about how you go about drafting a release, where you're going to spend the money to distribute the release, and ultimately your overall press strategy, so that this way you're not having AI content come to bite you in the long run. So if your stakeholders value the branding of a press release and you have the time and resources to develop an effective press release, then I totally don't think it's dead, and there's a lot of opportunity for you. Just if you're going to use AI to develop the release, make sure that you do a double check so that the AI doesn't come to bite you in the end. So if you need help drafting your next press release or help reviewing a press release that you've already written, contact us at pr73.com. We'll get back at you and we'll make sure that press release is ready to go. Hope you enjoyed this video. Make sure to hit subscribe so that you get all of our practical PR tips and strategies moving forward, and looking forward to seeing you on the next one.